Alright, so we got the project bike here I showed you guys in the last video. First thing that we're going to do, we're going to take off these tires. So 1968, they didn't have quick releases back then, so we're going to have to use, I'm going to use a socket wrench to take this off. I think it's usually a 15 millimeter size, but if I look at my socket set right here, 15, ooh, that's really loose. And my closest socket size I have is, actually that 12 is too, oh, it was the 13 is the closest size that I have in millimeter, in metric. Half inch is the closest in US. The half inch actually fits a lot better than the 13 does. So I'm going to use my half inch. It's probably because this is a Murray, and it was made in, these were made in Ohio, I think, and some of them might have been made in like Tennessee. Alright, I'm going to loosen up this bolt on here. Wow, that was really tight. That side needs just a little bit more. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. I've done it too much. Sometimes you can get away with doing one at a time, but not in this case. So I'm going to put this back on. And let's see, I'm using a half inch, so I can use a half inch box end wrench. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put that on there, put this on here. And now both bolts or both nuts are loose. Now next, well, so this one already came off on this side, but we have these little washers that lock in place. I don't know if you can see those because I'm not manning the camera. I got it on a tripod. But these little washers lock it in place on the frame, so we don't want to lose these. We want to keep them all together. So these small parts I'm going to put in my toolbox. I don't know if you can see that. So now, take front wheel off of the dropouts. So, yeah, obviously flat. Pretty sweet white wall tires though, right? Alright, so, normally, well, I guess, you know, I tell kids to that they got to deflate the tire before you can, you know, remove it. But most of the time when you have a flat, your tire is already flat. So there's no reason to deflate, especially because this is already flat. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my tire lever, I'm going to put it in here, and most of the time I only need one when I do it, but for educational purposes I'll show you how to do it with two. So I put it in there, and then I clip it in place, so the tire, the bead of the tire is just on the outside. Then I take another tire lever, I stick that on the inside, and then I push forward, and it pulls the whole bead out. So I go all the way around, just like that. And then, yeah, so my tire levers are off. Then all you gotta do is pull it off. And wow, look at that. Oh. Kind of surprising. Pretty certain that these are the original tires. I know for a fact that they are, because we looked that up. But yeah, the valve stem cover was still on the valve stem. So, here we have it. Check out that rim strip. It's all torn up. Rim strip is torn to hell, so we're going to replace that. So I'm going to go ahead and take the rim strip off. Rim strip is off. Rim looks surprisingly clean. Just needs a little bit of cleaning, nothing major. So that's how we do the front tire. So, and it's pretty much the same on all bikes. That's really all that you have to do. The tire lever thing is the easiest way. Oh, I guess I didn't pull the tube out of the old tire. We can do that. We will be getting new tubes because as old as this is, I'm sure that it's useless. Although it is retaining a tiny little bit of air right now, which is kind of surprising. So, yeah, so this tube, oh yeah, I aired this up last night, and I noticed that the valve stem was actually leaking. So, yeah, this is a Kenda tube, and this is a Kenda tire, I believe. Yep, Kenda, right there. You probably can't see that, but it says Kenda right there. Alright, so we got one tire down. Now the next one is the hard one, because we got back tire. Back tire, we got the chain, so we got to deal with that. How do we do that? Honestly, I don't know, because I've never done this on a single speed bike. I know how to do it on bikes with rear derailleurs. It's real easy. All that you do is loosen up the quick release or the nuts that are on the skewers. Just loosen that up. You put your rear derailleur in the highest gear, which is typically like 7 or 8. Then all you have to do is pull up on the bike, and then the chain will loosen up and it'll come right off. But since this is a single speed, it's going to be a little bit different. So I guess let's find out how we do it. Okay, so I got the bike flipped around so you can see we got that to work with. How are we going to get the wheel off with the chain like that? What are we going to do? Well, let's find out. So first thing that we're obviously going to have to do is loosen up these nuts. Now this actually has, I don't know how well you can see these, but these little black covers that go on the end of the skewer here, or the bolt that is covered up. They were not on the front, so either they never were or they fell off at some point in time. I've noticed that this sticks out a lot further than it did on the front tire. So maybe these were only on the back. I don't know. I'll have to look up Murray Monterey's again and look at some more pictures real closely. So I'm going to put these in here with the others because I don't want to lose those. Now this one right here, oh, see I can't get the socket on there deep enough because the skewer or the bolt is so long. So I'm going to have to grab a deep well. Luckily I have that. Here's a 1/2 inch like I was just using before, but 1/2 inch is not the right size. So let's see what we got here. Actually, I'll set that 1/2 inch aside because I'm going to need it to put the rim back on. So what did I say? 15 millimeter is usually the standard size. I put a 15 on here. 15 fits that perfectly. Now, in US, it appears that 9/16, or sorry, 5/8 is our closest fitting. But 5/8 is real loose on here. So, for some reason, this is 15 mil, and the other one was 1/2 inch. Or maybe the other one was 13, but the 15 just, or the 13 just felt better. I don't know. So, I will go ahead and put this on my 15 millimeter. Now, I do not have, oh, what am I doing? I need 15 millimeter deep well. Alright, so I'm going to put that on. Now, since I do not have any box and wrenches that are metric, they're all US, so I'm going to loosen this up a little bit, just a tiny little bit, and then I'm going to go to the other side and do it again. So, whoa, super tight. Alright, so that's loosened up a little bit. I'm going to come over here to this side, and I'm going to do it again. So, come on, just a little bit. That is really tight. This may be a job for, okay, it's not a job for WD-40. Alright. So now these are loose, so I'm going to take them off just by hand. No washers here on the back. Only washers on the front. No washers here. So, I got these ones off. 15 millimeter. Those are off. So I'm going to put them in my box. And take that off and set that there. So, you can see that all we got to do is pull this out of the dropouts and that the chain isn't going to get in the way. However, coaster brakes. We got to loosen up this coaster brake piece. We need to remove that. And it looks like that uses a regular screwdriver, so bear with me just a moment. Alright, so it looks like this uses a regular Phillips screwdriver. Put that in. I really don't want to strip it. That could be a square head. It looks like a square drive with a line going through it, so let's try my square drive. See if that fits any better. Square drive does it. Okay. Hold that nut so that it doesn't fall. Okay. So, I got that off. So now, our coaster brake is disengaged. See, because we can pedal backwards. So I'm going to set this nut and bolt for the coaster brake. I'm going to put them together so that we don't lose it. So that we know which one they go to. I'm going to put that in my toolbox. Now, I'm just going to pull the wheel forward from the dropouts. I'm going to gently lift up on the chain and take it off. Haha, that wasn't so bad. So, check out this tire. Look at that. Look at how blown out that is. That's not good. We gotta get new tires. Luckily, I got them ordered already. They're coming in on Friday. And this thing will be road ready. Alright. Okay, so, just like before, take our tire lever. I'm going to put that in here. This tube feels really funny. Like, it's kind of hard to describe. Like, it actually feels like there's something in there. It doesn't feel like the other one. The other one was just flat, like, you know. This one actually feels like there's some stuff in here, maybe. So, I don't know. I'm going to find a really flat spot. So, I'm going to put my tire lever in. Sometimes this is hard in situations like this. I feel like the tube may have gotten twisted around because there's a lot of tension on there. So, okay, so I got my lever on. I got it locked into the spoke. So just like before, take my other tire lever, put that in there. Yeah, there's something up with this. Something's really up with this tube. See, look at that. Look at how it did that. There's just not much I can do to get it moving. It's requiring a lot more force to pull the bead seat out of that tire and get it on the outside of the rim. So this may be one of those cases where we need to use, well, I was going to say maybe a third tire lever, but it looks like I may have this started here on the back. Oh yeah, I got it going. I'm going to keep on moving it. Keep on sliding on down. All the way around. Alright. So we got that off. On that side, what is up with this tire? This is just strange the way this feels. I think we're in for a surprise when I get this completely off. Almost there. So that's what was up. There was still air in the tube. Even though it was blown up like that, even though it was like that, there was still air in here. I never would have guessed that. So that's another one of those cases of why you deflate your tube before you do it. It makes it hard. So our rim strip, once again, is beat to hell. So we're going to toss that out. And there you have it. Rim's nice and clean. So I will thoroughly clean this up a little bit. I've got some Simple Green. So that's what we use to clean the bike up. But that will be another video. So, hope you guys have found this helpful. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching. Subscribe for more bike fun. And I will see you guys next time.